I'm Sarah Russo's Caracan, your small space specialist, proving to you that home really is what you make it. Today I'm excited to bring to you New York City's West Village. It's full of historic homes, landmarks, and adorable boutiques and restaurants. Today I'm especially excited and a little starstruck because we're visiting Alex Bandon, who spent years working for this old house. She's now a renovation coach, and her work has been featured on NBC, CBS, Apartment Therapy, the list goes on and on. I can't wait to see what she's done with her space. Let's go check it out. Hey Alex, how are you?
Hey. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. I'm so excited to see your
Come on
space.
in.
So Alex, I'm really excited to be in your backhouse. I want to call it an apartment, but it is a freestanding home.
It is.
Off the street.
Right.
Before we get started, tell me a little bit about yourself and where you come from.
Well, I spent many years as a journalist, as a writer and an editor, and the last, I would say 15, 17 years, I worked for This Old House, which is the television show on PBS, and I was working for the magazine and working for their website, and learned a lot about houses, about how to do things, about tools, so I became like a very handy girl in the last 15 years.
So it sounds like you're the perfect person to ask, what is a backhouse?
Well, it's just, a lot of people call them carriage houses, but not all of them are actually carriage houses. They're the house that sits on the back of the lot. And in 19th century New York, you didn't use the backyard very much. It was for like the servants to do kitchen things or cleaning. So it was unused space. People would build things back there. Sometimes it was a stable, sometimes it was a carriage house, sometimes it was an entire house, and I've seen places like that too. This one was built about 100 years or maybe 90 years after the front house was built, and it was built as a residence for the sister of the owner of the front house. So this house right now is about 100 years old. The front house is about 200 years old.
So this outdoor space is gorgeous. How much upkeep is it?
Well, to be honest, we don't do as much work on it as the person that they hire, Gary, who designed this, who made it beautiful, who comes every week and takes care of it. This year we were allowed to take on some part of it, so we took on some window boxes and put some pots with herbs in it, so because we like to cook a lot, so there's a lot of herbs growing out here that we use.
Well, I can't wait to see the inside.
Well, come on in. I want to show it to you.
Great.
So, welcome. This is the kitchen, which I built.
Wait a minute. You're a renter,
Yes,
but you built the kitchen.
I did, and I've done renovations in other rental places before, so.
What's your reasoning behind that?
Well, you know what? I may never own. It could take me, this is New York City, it could take me a long time to own something, and I just feel like, why am I waiting to live in a place that feels like home? I mean, in the end, if you take all the money I've spent and amortize it over all the years I live in a place, it doesn't add that much to the cost of living there, and it makes my life so much nicer.
Right. I mean, I love that concept of, when you have items around you and people always want to declutter, and it's like, okay, well, ask yourself what makes you happy, what like they say, sparks joy. But I love that you've also taken that concept to another level and made a kitchen. I mean, I know that you like to cook a lot. I mean, you mentioned...
I'm an avid cook, and my boyfriend is a chef, so...
And look at you guys, how big do you think this kitchen is?
I think I actually probably measured it at some point, but I think there's only about 5 feet of space between here and here, so it's just, and maybe it's 8 at the most. Yeah, when I went to rent this place, it didn't even have anything. It had a half fridge down here, 2 electric burners, a tiny sink, a little bit of storage, and this microwave was in the closet. And I was like, okay, I love this house, but I need to be able to cook. And it was just a deal breaker for me. I had to be able to cook.
You have everything you need.
And I have more than I had in any other place that I ever lived. I have a full-size 30-inch oven, which is under here.
Oh my gosh.
And I have an induction cooktop, which is more powerful than any electric cooktop you can get. So it's as good as a gas stove in a place that doesn't have any gas service.
Wow.
I've got a dishwasher, I've got a microwave, I've got tons of storage that goes all the way around to the other side of the kitchen. So it's more than I actually had in some of the other places I've lived.
But I mean, you designed, this is great too. I love it because you're still, you have a relatively small entertaining space. I think it's adorable. Great use of space. But you've still left it open so you can communicate with your guests when you're preparing food or
I used to want to have a separate kitchen all the time, and I love the open plan now. It's not what I used to think I wanted, but I would never have it any other way. I had originally thought about doing shelves, cabinets, hanging from the ceiling, but you can't really hang cabinets from the top. You have to hang them from the back. And I was trying to figure out the engineering of it. And a colleague of mine said, why don't you do open shelving? Which I had thought about, but something about the way she said it, and I saw this.
Yes.
And these are butcher block countertops from IKEA. The whole kitchen's IKEA. And then these are standard size gas pipes. So I drew this out, and I wanted something asymmetrical, something a little bit interesting. And I just drew it out, and I built it myself, and I really love it.
You're an inspiration. But talking about building things, I know these take tools. Where are you keeping your tools?
Oh, I have a really awesome tool collection, and you probably didn't even notice that there's a door right here. And there's a very big closet, which is the only saving grace of this small space. It goes all the way in and behind the kitchen and under the staircase.
I'm a really proud organizer because I saw like little drawers in the wall for all your screws and labels. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is like, okay, so it's probably hard to get back there when you have to get back there, but you do it, you grab it, you get what you need, and then it's away when...
Well, I've got a small cupboard in here that I actually added my storage space to, but this whole unit will wheel right out if I really need to get in there to do a lot of organizing.
So it's modular.
So I thought ahead to the fact that I could
Yeah.
get in there and be able to deal with the space.
This is fantastic. So now we've come upstairs, and your bedroom is so cute. What are just some of your favorite aspects about this space?
Well, I think the best thing about this space is the light, because in the mornings and for most of the morning it's really bright, which you wouldn't know from downstairs because you could feel very cavernous downstairs. So a lot of times I'll just wake up in the morning and I'll read the entire New York Times on my phone lying in bed because it's the best place to be. Or I'll bring my laptop up here to work. I absolutely love it. But it's a good sized bedroom. You wouldn't think you'd get that much space out of it. So that's the other thing I love about it, is that I get a ton of space and it's just really comfortable.
Right. It looks like I would want to get into your bed right now and just get it's a queen size bed.
It is.
You have a dresser over there, you've got nightstands.
It's two dressers.
You've got two dressers. You've got this great, a place where you probably hang all of your clothing. And this is all within a 400 square foot apartment.
Yes. It's all about how to arrange the furniture, and it took me a very long time to arrange the furniture in here. It took me almost 2 years to figure out how to fit everything in. And once I did, it was like I breathed a sigh of relief. It felt like so much better, and I couldn't believe it, what a difference it makes just to figure out how to arrange everything. Just
to take the time, actually maybe even live in a space for a little while first. If it doesn't work, just try something else. I say that to everyone that I work with. If you don't live in a place for a long time, you're going to make decisions too quickly and things are going to change. I wait for a long time to pick paint colors. So all the paint colors, I didn't paint for a year, so all the paint colors are really thought out and suit the place and suit the lighting, because the light changes all the time. And rearranging the furniture is like the instant renovation. That's Absolutely.
My favorite thing about it.
It doesn't cost anything but a little bit of blood, sweat, and tears at the end of the day. But Alex, your space it's inspiring. It's full of history. It's in one of Manhattan's most exciting neighborhoods. Thank you for letting us come here today.
Well, thanks for coming. It was great having you here.
Well, that was amazing. I want to thank Alex for allowing us to come into her home, check out her space, and be inspired by all of her creativity that she showed us around her entire home. It just goes to show you that even though you have a small space, you don't have to be afraid to dream big. Thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.